Knitters. I'm Mary Annarella of Lyrical Knits. Welcome back to our ongoing tutorials for the mystery knit-along, the Muppet Shawl. Today's tutorial will be for the Doctor's Teeth section, where we're going to make some teeth by knitting 2 below. So this tutorial is actually showing you how to do the knit 2 stitches below. Now what I have done is that I have already worked my 2 rows, my right side row and my wrong side row in my contrasting color. I think the pattern calls for what? C6 for that. But now I need to pick up my main color. So we knit 2 below with the main color. This is a really fun stitch to work, because basically you can go on autopilot for a couple of rows here with just some plain, basically stockinette rows. And then with your main color, that's the only time you really have to do anything that requires some extra thought. So I'm just going to knit up to the spot where it says to knit 2 below. So to knit 2 below, we're going to knit into the stitch that is 2 stitches below the next one on the needle. So this is the stitch on the needle. This is 1 stitch below. This gray stitch here in my main color is actually 2 stitches below. So make sure you go into the 2 stitches below there. So a tip is that I know that it's 2 stitches below because it's the top row in my main color, and I'm working with my main color right now. So I'm going to knit into it just like we did for a dip stitch, only this time, instead of just doing a dip and leaving it like this and then knitting this, we're going to release this stitch here. So it's going to go bye-bye. Don't freak out, because you knit already into this stitch here, so you caught it. So it's not going to rip down anymore, I promise. Knit through that stitch and then just pull the top one off. So this row, the first time you are told to knit 2 below and then knit 2. So I'll knit those 2. So knit 1 below, knit 2 below. So I'm going to poke my needle from the front to the back, just like for a dip stitch, catch a loop to knit, and then pull that off the needle, and it'll come undone eventually by itself, or like I just used my finger there, you can do that to help it along if you like. For those of you who have knit the Killer Queen cowl, this is very similar to the knit 5 below to make that bubble stitch, right? Now you can do that, but make sure you don't go back and knit that one, because then you're going to have an extra stitch. So the stitch that you knit below, you got to make sure you release it. And what that does is that it creates some strands back here. And it's actually similar to a brioche stitch, but I think it's a lot easier than brioche because we don't have to slip with a yarn over. So 1 below, 2 below. 2 below, honey. 2 below, honey. There we go. 2 below, just like that. So this is, like I said, very similar to the bubble stitch, but here we're getting wider bubbles that look kind of like teeth. And the next row where you'll do the knit 2 below again, it won't be knit 2 below, knit 2. It'll be knit 2 below, knit 1, knit 2 below, knit 1, knit 2 below, knit 1. So the teeth will get smarter. The teeth will get smaller. I don't know if teeth get smart ever. I would love it. So the teeth now are 2 stitches wide, but on subsequent rows, they will just be 1 stitch wide, just to give you a little bit of variety, because I think it just looks really cool. So after you do this for a while, you'll figure out that you can just go right into that top row, that stitch that's in the main color. Just make sure you don't knit the stitch that's at the tippy top of it. It's got to release, so you'll end up with extra stitches and your stitch count will be off, and that won't feel good. Here we go. All right, so I cannot wait to see your teeth. There we go. Doctor's teeth. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, and I'll see you for the next time. Be well and enjoy the knitting.